Welcome to Kaleidoscope S4IG. Let's talk. Every year, internationally acclaimed artist Chandraguptha Thenuwara has a commemoration of an era we like to forget, but one that we must remember to make sure that it never happens again. The Tamil pogrom of 1983 and the fallout thereafter, 40 years on, the wounds have not healed. The ensuing political climate, Sinhala chauvinism, narrow-minded nationalism, militarism, there's religious extremism and socialism as well as anti-West sentiment are what he explores. This year, Chandragupta showcases thought-provoking new works in 3 exhibitions, Covert, Delusion and Fragile, in 3 galleries simultaneously. The Saskia Fernando Gallery, the Lionel Brent Art Gallery and the JDA Pereira Gallery.
Covert is the kind of response to what is happening around me, and always I'll do that. Anything happen around me, it's reflected in my art. That's hiding things, camouflage. That is why the name came from, that covert.
Chandragupta, 26 years you have been working annually on allowing us to remember what we really don't want to remember.
Yeah.
Have there been any revelations, maybe from last year to this year?
We are in the delusional disorder. So we are believing, we thinking someone will haunting us all the time. They are trying to destroy us. Islamophobia again, and Buddhism has to be protected. So those are the things, might be the things. Now I have more issues, but it was happening all the time. With the 13th Amendment discussion, with President start last year, these things started. So that is why that new focus is coming up. Yeah.
Has anything changed from your perceptions of last year to this year?
Change is not happening because the asking about the word systems, because we have no system at all to change. Everybody is trying to live somehow. So that is why the little bit less political issues among the people, but the violence are there. Even though we have some kind of democratic space, and sometimes we have a hypocritic space with the militarization. We have to have a polite society. Now we are having policed society.
This piece took you 2.5 years to complete.
Yeah.
Tell me very briefly about what this represents.
It represents our situation last 2 years, and it's still there because those are the violence, mishaps, and extremist, religious extremism, and rape, abductions, and killings, and abuse of power, misuse of religious concept to the politicization. So those are the things. It's like arranged like the beautifully. It's like we are living in Sri Lanka beautifully with all the mishaps. Those are the things I want to provoke the people's minds. So how the so-called religious institute became more than military. They are giving kind of control and to the people's mind. Stupamania, that's a new word I'm going to introduce. Everywhere you are making the stupas, and it is kind of again that insecure feeling of the Buddhist, so-called Sinhala Buddhist. Buddhism has not to be protected. Should be there. It's like a dharma.
Asking question when you see the motifs, so why it is there, suddenly with the flower and weapon, why it is hidden here. So then you will find, yes, it's any society might be there. When you are looking at the society, it look like a beautiful, but a lot of hidden things happening there. So then, this is my society.
Being an artist, and given that you've represented this for the last 2.5 decades, what do you hope to achieve?
To empower the people, not the governments. The people has to be independent. So then we don't have to venerate the politicians. Politicians has to be the servants of the people. That's the point we have to make it. So if you are independent, you are not depending on the government, so you are free. Then politicians will come up, they will venerate you.
Kaleidoscope is on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram and LinkedIn. Subscribe and follow if you like our show.